You're on stream with me, so hello.
Dobre wiecie, buenas noches, guten Abend, buen soirée, god pil, bonum vesperum, konbanwa. That's good evening in several different languages at once.
I was about to say I heard multiple languages.
Yeah, I'm just being random at this point, you know.
And hello to everyone who is watching me. All one of you. And we're waiting for Q, of course, because Hyperion is super congested.
Is it?
Yeah, I always come into like 20 or 30 people in queue.
Oh, you meant in queue isn't like logging in. Okay, I thought you meant like for a dungeon or something. I was like, wait, you can see how many people are waiting for a dungeon?
Oh, that would be cool.
Like, what secret godlike powers did you get bestowed upon while playing this game?
I'm actually a game master. I just didn't tell you.
I,
Even though you probably should be like well before me.
I, like, if Square actually approached you and then like we want you to be game master, I'd be like, WTF?
You'd be like, I hate you. We're not friends anymore.
No, I'd be like, special privileges, please.
Oh my gosh. So I just finished the pyramid thing, and I'm back in the Crystarium, and I guess things are about to start attacking. So I'm just doing main story quest stuff right now.
You said the pyramid thing?
Quinton, I can't remember the name of it. Quintam, the one that's in the Vera forest.
Oh, the Katana Ravel, okay.
I'm like, I completely messed it up.
Well, you have to remember, I don't know, I've watched a lot of React videos, alright? Like, some of them, like, one of my more favorite pastimes is just watching other people react to the game. Like, sometimes you'll get really good reactions, and sometimes you'll get just pretty, I guess, non-reactive ones, I guess. Uh, I don't know. I can tell you like tons of people who I can recommend like watch if you want to see their reaction to the story. See if they reacted the way you did, because I know it's
Well,
kind of fun to.
if you're watching me, then you'll see me react because I'm like,
Well, okay, so you just completed the level 75 dungeon, so that's good. The level 79 dungeon and after one's the one where I'm really wanting to see a reaction at, because that's like, you know, of course it's close to the end of the main story at that point, so this is like big stuff. So I'm just like biding my time and waiting for you and watching for you to come out. That way I can sit on the sidelines and be like, yes, yes, feel all the feels that I felt long
yes.
ago.
Now people get to watch me and judge how I do my rotations and all that fun stuff.
I mean, despite what people say, I mean, I wouldn't let,
Oh, I need to go upstairs. Yeah,
I
I try
wouldn't,
not to like let people like meta play me on these. I just kind of play how I want to. Except if it's like something specific like a tank stance or a healer stance that I really need to get good at. And that's why I don't play those classes, because it frustrates me. Though DPS can be a little annoying sometimes too if you don't remember.
well, like, my general opinion about tanking is it has gotten considerably easier since the game first started. Because literally all you have to do is just flip on your stance, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm tanking now. Whereas like when the game first came out, like, like before, because you know right now like all the tanks get their tank stance at level 10, right? It's a staple amongst all the tanking jobs.
Right.
Before, that was never the case. It was always at stagnant levels. So like the worst one at the time was Paladin, because Paladin got a DPS stance before it got its tanking stance, which made absolutely no
What?
sense.
That's weird.
And you didn't get it until level 40. So tanking was infinitely harder back when the game first came out. I mean, so it's a lot better. know, now there's no more DPS stance, tank stance. For healers, there's no more cleric stance anymore for white mages. So it's like it's so much better.
Right.
They really did wonders when they really did wonders whenever Shadowbringers came out, because this is when a lot of these job changes that everyone loves now it came out. So it's like, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure I'm live everywhere that I posted to. Looks like I am.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
I get how it goes. You know, I haven't streamed all that often, but I know when you post everywhere, you're like, okay, is it posted here? Is it posted here?
Yeah.
Here?
It's kind of late on a weeknight, so I don't expect anyone to really come and watch, but you never know.
It's fine. I mean, the whole point is just to stream and have fun, and you know,
Yeah.
keep engaged with the folks that are watching, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I have my little chat pulled up. I don't see anyone on there yet, so.
Yeah, well, anytime I've gone on there, like I've streamed. Usually, I have like one person that just kind of watches me on the regular.
Oh.
It's nice. It's nice. But you know. Oh, this is about to happen. Oh.
Yeah, I'm dropping the anchors.
Oh no. Okay. Well, have fun. I'm gonna enjoy watching this.
Oh God.
It's my way of preparing you for some things that are about to happen, but
I love this headdress. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, those feathers.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm running fast. Oh.
The barrier is holding.
Yes, thank you, Alphano.
That's good news for the Crystarian, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's gonna level sync me. That's okay. I'm over leveled because I keep doing my like daily leveling dungeon and stuff.
That's fine. I mean, it's recommended to do the dailies, but I always try and recommend people to get at least a level ahead of where you're supposed to be, just so you don't get level locked and have to put a halt to the story and then grind out a level. So.
Yeah. I need to do those secondary quests again for the DPS, because I know it said you had to have that completed before you can really complete the story.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it kind of adds more to the lore. But I'll wait for cutscenes to finish that. Okay, now that you're doing that. Okay. Yeah, no. It adds more to the lore of the world that you're in right now, which it's a really good touch. Like, plus it's recommended to do them anyway because you can get your artifact here. So
oh God, that's true. I have to do that, don't I?
Yeah, I believe so. It's been a bit since I played the main story, but yeah, I believe it's a requirement. Oh, not a requirement, but it's highly recommended to do. Just so you can get that here. But I guess it doesn't really matter though, because if you get to level 80 anyway, I mean, all you have to do is just go to the market board and you can buy like the IO level 510 gear, which is like significantly higher than the artifact gear. It's more for glamour at this point, but I mean.
Oh, okay. I like this music.
Yes, this is epic music.
All right, well. These things are like, they're not difficult.
Yeah, I like the way they're named. I think they've got like.
They're like named after deadly sins or something.
Basically, yeah. You got like Seed, and there's a few others out there. I'm gonna step away from this. Like I gotta run to the bathroom.
Okie doke.
Yeah, so I also gotta wake up fairly early-ish in the morning too. My dad's like, hey, so I need to ride to the doctor's office. I'm like, can't you drive? Like, yeah, my SUV's acting up down
Oh. Well, just let me know when you need to go, and I'll close out the voice chat and stuff.
Oh no, you're fine. I instantly fully enjoyed tonight, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. But I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, are you back?
Yep.
Mean Philia. Oh, poor people.
Yeah.
No, Yulmore is probably taking them over. Yay, I get to be a dancer tank.
On your feet.
Yeah, I don't know if you intend on leveling any of the other jobs or not, but a lot of the level boosts are on sale.
Say that again, sorry.
I didn't know if you're planning on leveling all the other jobs or not at some point, but all the level boosts are on sale at the moment.
Oh, are they? Yeah, I've wanted to. I know that Heaven on High, I heard, is pretty good for leveling alts, and then of course, you know, just level 50, 60.
Yeah, it is.
Palace of the Dead. Ah, there's stuff going on everywhere.
Yeah, it's a good place to level, though it gets kind of sort of
It's kind of boring, is that what you said?
Yeah, it gets kind of really dull after a little bit, but I mean the good thing is once you get level 80 though, you get an armory bonus, which gives you more XP for leveling for whatever job. So as soon as you get to level 80, then it'll be easier to level.
I will not be outdone. Theory in practice.
Oh my lord.
May the 12 guide you.
The stars shall grant peace.
Let's give them a show. With heart and steel.
Whoa! Okay. That works. Ugh. Gracious. That was heck. No, no. Wait, what is she playing? A rogue?
Yeah.
Lena, hold on. They turned on me.
Ugh.
This one is mine!
Lord.
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right. Run! Run, damn you!
Come on, Egbert. Do something.
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work.
That... No. Sorry, buddy. You're dead.
No, no, no. Stay back. Stay back.
Yikes.
Why did you spare me?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
Man, that was rough. Oh, what's that mount that you have?
This is the dragon mount that you get when you complete one of the extreme trials.
Nice. I need to go back and farm mounts.
Well, I mean, once you get to level 80 and you get to the high level gear, you can solo some of the content. Like, I know all of A Realm Reborn you can probably solo.
Yeah.
Heaven's Ward you might have a little tougher time.
I've heard that a lot of people do the Coils of Bahamut just unsynced with people now, just to at least get the story and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, some people will do that. Because the items that drop in there you can use to craft some of the Allegan stuff, and a lot of people like the Allegan. Oops, excuse me. A lot of people like the Allegan look.
Right.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need? Appoint another. A captain's place is with her soldiers in the field. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me.
Wow. Oh no.
I am fine. Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most.
Goodness.
So far, so goddamn far. I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Crystarium.
Oh god. Not Big Baby Boy. Mr. Baby Man.
Donald Trump has ascended into the ruins of Sappho.
Is of your own making. Divine
That's basically who he reminds me of.
The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me.
Me and all my fat rolls.
From pain and suffering, a paradise where man and seed might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our weird brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity. You not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin eaters. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
God, just have a heart attack already.
He's certainly one of those villains that you, without a doubt, hate no matter what.
Oh yeah. You running around. Are you griefing my stream, sir? Yeah, I set up my webcam to hide chat just in case, because you never know what comes through.
It's understandable.
Yeah, like if people message me and stuff, sometimes it could be a little unsavory for chat. Oh, I need to go downstairs. Dang it. Well,
Yeah, right now I don't know, there's not much for me to do personally in the game aside from like dailies and stuff, but the Make It Rain campaign is going right now, so if you're interested in getting like any glamour from the gold saucer, you get like double, or you get like 50% more MGP for everything that you do.
oh, yeah. I need to do some of that, yes.
Well, I know a lot of people are really focusing on doing the content now because in September.
Do what?
In September, they're going to start the Final Fantasy 15 campaign again. So everyone will have the opportunity to get both Noctis's outfit as well as the car.
And they'll be able to get the regalia again, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I had the opportunity to do it the first time around, so I have all the, glamour and stuff that I would need from it. At this point, I'm just doing MGP because there's another mount that I kind of want to get, but it costs 2 million MGP, so...
Oh my gosh, 2 million?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I don't even know what is this area over here. I hate this. I wish I could just like hover over and crystal and know.
Click your 8th right. Yeah, click on that one, yeah. And you're gonna want to go to... which one is it? The Cabinet of Curiosity. I think it's the Cabinet of Curiosity. Yeah, it's...
Oh, it's over by the rookery.
Yeah, it's underneath it.
Nah, close enough. There you are, Minfilia. Poke her. Poke her gently. It falls in the water.
I mean, I know you'd be fine, because our characters can breathe underwater as if we're breathing on air, so we're fine.
Is it sad I forgot how to like dive underwater a little bit ago? And I was doing that quest where it's the first one above water that you have to dive, and I was like, how the heck, where is it at? And then my friend was finally like, oh yeah, you need to dive underwater for it. I'm like, oh, where?
Yeah, and it's one of those things that a few things that I am jealous of our characters about, because I mean, who wouldn't want to be able to breathe underwater, right?
Right. I forgot where you get that ability from.
It's from back in Stormblood. In the it's with the beast tribe. I'm spacing on the beast tribe name right now. It's the turtles.
Oh.
Cogent. That's what I Cogent. I remember.
Oh, excuse me. Yay for fetch quests. Run
this
and
one's,
do that.
this one's kind of annoying because it's like, hey, you need to go and find the special plant that they use, and it's. Oh no! How did I miss a silver cacti? I'm doing the MGP stuff right now. Apparently I missed a silver cactuar somewhere. Oh, back to the beginning I go.
Whee! Gosh, I'm so sniffly today.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. So far, so good on my end, but, you know, it was, after I turned in the equipment earlier today, I hung around, I went to the mall just for a little bit, just kind of walk around for, you know, they had a couple interesting stores there.
Nice.
Yeah, there was a Think Geek, and then this store called Cartoon World that had, like, a lot of anime and 90s cartoon stuff all over the place. It was nice.
Oh, hell yeah. That's always nice. Uh-oh.
Can't explain it, but I've been in a Dr. Pepper phase here lately.
Dr. Bopper.
Yeah.
Dr. Hecker.
Reminds me, I should go and buy my tickets for Saturday. Jackpot board. You know what? I'm gonna buy that ticket just because it has 666 in it. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Maybe.
No, because with the gold saucer, you can buy these jumbo cactpot tickets, and if you get the grand prize, it's like 1,000,000 MGP. So if you add like, if with the Make It Rain campaign, if I somehow win that 1,000,000, then I get an extra 500,000. So I'm like, yes, please.
Well, that would help you get closer to that mount.
Yeah, it definitely would. I mean, I'm already at. 'Cause I spent 1,000,000 a little while ago to get the Fenrir mount. and so right now I'm at 106k. So yeah, no, that would certainly help. I don't have to get like 400k more, and that's easy.
Yeah.
Ooh, crystal eggs art.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Ugh.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not
Hello,
have been
Emmett.
able to notify me in advance.
Emmett Squelch.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a light warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
You think?
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusio?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Armorang. From what the Mord told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin Eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a Sin Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Lights, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Armorang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation, but it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armorang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
He's so chaotic.
That's why I love Emmet.
Well, a fat little Gobu sprawling. Look at him go. So where would you suggest leveling up alt classes?
So, let's see. I mean, a lot of it is going to depend on what level they're at, but my usual recommendation is like 1 through 10 is of course in the starting areas, but do the hunting log because you'll get a lot of experience relatively quick, especially if you can kill them fast. Plus any fates will help out with that too. From 10 to 15, usually what I do is I level up using the levies in one of the outside towns just outside of a starting city. It goes by pretty quick leveling wise, so get to it pretty quick. And then, in all honesty, from 15 to 50 is dungeons if you can get into them fast enough. You could do levies, but at that point, it's kind of pointless. I'd save your levies, especially if you want to level like crafting and gathering. Fate grinding is a good way to go about it. Palace of the Dead is another good way to go about it too. But kind of like with Heaven on High, it gets kind of boring after a little while, or tedious. Dungeons, I'm gonna say, are gonna be the best way to go about it. But if you're comfortable using levies, there is a kind of a cheat that you can do to level fast. So if you're in a party with somebody, especially one who's like high level or higher level, they can be in the party with you when you do the levies, and they can kill the targets much faster, and you can literally pump out experience like crazy. I don't know if they fixed that or not. It's been a while since I've done it, but that's a way to do it. But usually 15 to 50 dungeons are going to be the best way to do it, and fates in between dungeon grinds and stuff. Then from 50 to 60, it's going to be dungeons again. But also once you can unlock hunts. Hunts are another great way to do to level like in between queue times.
Yeah.
Because every monster that you kill, you get experience. You gain a certain amount of experience for doing that, plus gil and marks and such. So you can also get other alternate items.
Right.
So yeah, 50 to 60 is going to be a mixture of that, and then from 60 to 70, dungeons again, hunts again, because you can unlock hunts at a certain point for the Stormblood content. Fates are another great way to go about it, especially because of the relic grinds. A lot of people are doing some of the fates just because you can get some of the relic stuff, which is definitely useful.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And another great way to level up too while doing all this is surprisingly PvP. PvP gives out a lot of experience, so you can do that. You don't have to win to get a good chunk of experience. I mean, it helps if you do, but you still get good experience nonetheless.
Right.
Then, of course, 70 to 80 is, Shadowbringers dungeons, because that's when you get the trust system unlocked, so you really don't have to rely on anybody else. It's just a matter of dealing with NPCs instead of actual players.
Right.
So your dungeon runs will be a tad bit slower, but not by much, though.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I think I want to try my hand at Astrologian.
Yeah, well, I mean, if that's the case, then I would just strictly stick to dungeons, to be honest, because healers are definitely needed in abundance. So
Yeah, I'm just afraid of doing that at first when I don't know healing rotations and stuff for that, because I heard it's kind of hard to heal with Ast or whatever.
I mean, Astrologian is one of the harder. It is one of the harder healers to learn, just because you have to balance between not only DPSing when everyone's at optimal health, but healing at appropriate times, knowing when to cast certain spells. On top of all that, you have to do card management too.
Yeah.
So knowing who to apply the cards to and everything. So Astrologian is certainly one of the more challenging ones, but I mean, if you get it mastered down, or once you get a good rotation down for it and you get everything mastered, it's not that bad.
Gotcha.
But in all honesty though, I would probably hold off on Astrologian for now, just because when Endwalker comes out, they are going to do a complete overhaul or change on Astrologian.
Oh, okay.
So some of the stuff that you're...
Well, let's see my classes right now. Yeah, Paladin, Dark Knight, Gunbreaker. I have no healing classes. I've also thought about Scholar.
Scholar is fun, but it's also another one of those. It's a little more challenging to use. Not by much, but it's certainly.
What makes Scholar more complicated?
So Scholar. So the differences between the healing classes are with White Mage.
Yeah,
and,
I have a White Mage main on a different server that I play.
Yeah, so here's how the healer classes are broken down, and this is why some of them are a little harder. So White Mage is what's considered a pure healer, like their soul's spells arsenal is healing plus regen. So you get to regen, players' health on a regular basis, and it's usually one of those staple healers just because of that. Scholar is a barrier healer, so their healing spells cast, barriers that absorb damage, and is incredibly helpful. Don't get me wrong, but the difference is you have to manage, healing spells and knowing when to use your pet's abilities as well. So it adds a little bit of a challenge to it, but they did try and make it a little easier, since you don't actually have to fully control your pet all the time. Because before, your pet would die fairly regularly if you didn't move it out of AoE boss stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and then you have to resummon it and stuff like that. So it's not as bad. It's just there's a lot of mechanics that go into using some of the off-global cooldowns for Scholar, on top of knowing when to time those abilities and such. So it's a little more challenging. And then Astrologian is a mix of the two currently, because right now Astrologian has two stances. It has Diurnal Sect and Nocturnal Sect. Diurnal Sect is going to be your white mage-like stance, where certain spells that you cast are going to regenerate health over time, whereas Nocturnal Sect is a barrier stance where all certain spells will make a barrier and heal unabsorbed damage. So it's kind of similar to Scholar and White Mage to a degree, but when Endwalker comes out, Astrologian is going to be changed to specifically a pure healer class. So a lot of some of the mechanics for Astrologian are going to change. So I'm not sure what abilities will or won't change. I know Nocturnal Sect is going away, or they may change it to Nocturnal Sect completely and just make it, the regular stance that's used for regeneration. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I just know that they're going to be changing some of the abilities. So typically, if anyone says, "Well, I'm going to level Astrologian," I usually suggest, I don't tell them they need to. I just suggest that it's probably a good idea to stick to just primarily your Diurnal Sect healing stances. That way, you're familiarized with the White Mage similarity of it whenever Endwalker comes out, so you're not completely overwhelmed with, "Oh well, I don't have any barriers." Oh yeah, that's right, because Sage took that position. So.
Gotcha.
Yep. But I am not a healer main by any means necessary. I know I have all those jobs at level 80, but that doesn't mean I'm proficient, because healing is one of those things where I'm not terrible at it, but I'm not great at it. I'm in the middle of the road. But I also can become kind of a jerk when I'm healing, because I'll warn people hey, you need to pay attention to mechanics, or hey, you should let the tank pull hate and stuff like that.
Right.
And if other jobs don't do that, or they just ignore everything and they keep dying, even though I've tried to be nice about it, then I will let them die and I will not res them. I will literally hold your life in my hands and I will not do a thing about it. I get really salty as a healer, and that's why I don't play it, because I get really angry when I have to be the one to save the party to some degree, because you keep dying to certain mechanics.
See, I would like that. I think that would be fun. I mean, I liked it when I played White Mage. I liked it. I actually should probably just do that again.
White Mage is fun. It's easily, at the moment, one of my all-time favorite healer to play, just because of how simple it is to learn. Especially once you get to level 80 and you get some of the abilities, it's really nice. I am looking forward to Sage, though. I will level Sage to level 80, just like all the other jobs. But usually what I do when an expansion comes out, I get the early access, of course, because it's my game. It's what I do.
Yeah.
But what I'll do is, for that weekend, rather than do any of the new content or touch any of the main story, I will level the new jobs to where it's caught up for the end of the previous expansion. So in this case, I'll be leveling it and Reaper to level 80.
Yeah, I'm excited about Reaper.
Yeah, so I will be leveling it, and then once I get Reaper and Sage to level 80, I will more than likely stick with Reaper as the main job to go through the new story with. That's usually what I do with every expansion. With Heaven's Ward, I did it with Dark Knight. With Stormblood, I did it with Samurai. Well, Samurai and Red Mage, I leveled those two evenly throughout the story. And then with Shadowbringers, I did it with Gunbreaker. So.
See, I'm trying to wonder what tank class would be, because I've never tanked before, mostly because all the tanking classes seem really complicated to me. Whenever we went through Paladin, I was just kind of okay, and I don't want to do this.
Well, I don't know. I mean, from my personal experience, I thoroughly enjoy Gunbreaker. It's a very busy job.
Yeah.
And I say that because if you time your abilities right, then with Gunbreaker you're always doing something, no matter what. And I like that. I hate having lull periods where you feel like you're not doing anything. And so it's just one of those things where, It's all based off of preference and what you find enjoyable. I know.
What about Dark Knight? What's its rotations like?
Well, as far as the rotations, like Dark Knight is pretty simple. It's got your main combo. You have a couple of off global cooldown abilities and such. But Dark Knight right at the moment, actually, in my opinion, has one of the best damage mitigation abilities in the game.
Oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I can't.
The Blackest Night.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, because it absorbs 25% of your HP, and 25% of whatever your health is a lot. So in my case, 25% of 180,000. It is like 45,000 points of damage, which is good because most tank busters deal a significant amount of damage to that higher. and then plus you get a proc off of it where you can use one of your like Edge of Shadow or Flood of Shadow, so you don't have to worry about using MP to use those abilities. So it's a really great ability. Plus you can use it every 15 seconds as long as you have the mana. So like. Dark Knight is easily one of those jobs where if you time things right and you know the fight, Blackest Night will be like the ultimate lifesaver for you because you'll mitigate almost a significant amount of damage.
Aether Current.
On top of
right.
On top of doing the content and such. So. Yeah, it just kind of comes down to preference. Like I know, if you're looking to do damage while at the same time tanking, and my recommendation is typically going to be Gunbreaker, because I don't know if it is or isn't now, and it's been a while since I've checked statistics, but Gunbreaker for a long time was like the highest DPS dealing tanking class in Shadowbringers for a while. I don't know if that's changed or not. I think Warrior is back up there now just because of some of the adjustments they made in a previous patch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Gunbreaker to me is definitely one of the higher damage dealing tanking classes. So I'd probably put it at Gunbreaker. I'd probably put it at a tie between Gunbreaker and Warrior. And after that, it's gonna be Paladin, and then I'm gonna tie it also in the Dark Knight. Dark Knight's got some cool abilities and stuff.
Is Reaper gonna be DPS?
Yes, Reaper will be a melee DPS job, and it will share gear with Dragoon.
It'll what?
It'll share gear with Dragoon.
Oh, okay. Is that normal?
Well, yeah, a lot of classes in the game will share gear with other jobs, like with like we'll say with Bard, for example. Bard shares a lot of gear with Dancer and Machinist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's fairly normal, because like Samurai and Monk share gear, Black Mage, Red Mage, Summoner, they all share gear, except, specific gear that's looking for their jobs. But, that's every patch, but that's mostly just like AF gear and stuff that you get from doing the story. So it'll be nice. So another thing I usually recommend folks do is if you know a job's coming out and you know what gear or what gear is going to share with, definitely stock up on that gear. Like for Reaper, when it comes out, I already have all of the gear that I need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already have all of the gear that I need for that job. So I have, my level 70 item level 400, which is the highest eye level you can get for that level. I have my Menfina's earring that's going to give me an extra 30% experience doing the dungeons and any other content. So like I'm ready.
Wait, so is max level going from 80 to 90?
Yep. It sure is.
Before we know it, we'll be at 100.
That's gonna be at least another 2 more years away. I got plenty of time to get all the other jobs to level 90. But I'm excited for the Fan Fest. Or not Fan Fest, that's already happened. I'm excited for September, because in September that's when they're going to do the media tour, and so we'll finally get to learn a lot more about Reaper and some of his job rotations and how it's going to look, and the same with Sage. So I'm super stoked for that.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So it's something to definitely look forward to. In the meantime, I know they've been hosting a lot of events in game, because right now from July until August at some time, they are doing the Make It Rain campaign where you get a lot more MGP.
Yeah.
When you do events and such. In August is going to be the Rising festival. So basically, it's kind of reflecting back on everything that happened originally when the game first came out. Plus a lot of the times with the Rising events, Naoki Yoshida's NPC character in the game usually makes an appearance, and you kind of get like this little heartfelt thank you.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, for the players in the game basically. September will be the Final Fantasy 15 event along with the media tour. October will be the Halloween event that happens, and November will be Endwalker.
Yes.
I know I went just like on a huge tirade, so.
No, you're fine. I was listening.
Nothing escapes me when it comes to knowledge of this game.
Ugh.
You're about to meet an NPC who has probably one of my most favorite glamours of all time in Shadowbringers.
Really?
Yeah, I wish, in all honesty, that it was something that could be worn with Gunbreaker, because to me that outfit just goes with Gunbreaker, at least in my opinion. Right now I am standing on stage with a ton of people. We're about to do the Yojimbo fate for the gold saucer.
Oh, fun.
You just have to dodge his attacks basically and take as much MVP as we can get our little hands on.
God, there's so many enemies around here. I can't walk anywhere without something.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing.
That's why I'm not using my dances, because I don't want to pull like 1,000 things.
Oh yeah, you definitely would. Because that range on that is super ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, is it that his outfit?
Not his.
Oh,
The one with the scarf.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You're right, though. It would go with a Gunbreaker.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll get like a generic version of it in the next expansion or something. 'Cause I really want to wear that outfit like all the time when I'm not. I don't want to be just a gathering class either. I want to be able to wear it like. Period.
I think I'm going to get to this next town and do the Aetherite. I think I'm going to stop for now so I can go eat food because dinner took like way too long.
All good.
Ooh, nice. Oh, I like that.
I'll log out and check out my other character because I have one character on each American data center, one on Aether, one on Primal, one on Restore.
Are they all maxed out?
No. Well, so the character on Mateus has 2 level 80s and is caught up with everything, so I guess you can kind of say, sort of, but he's one of those classes, or one of those characters that I'm just kind of leveling up. I'm mostly focusing on gathering and crafting because I'm trying to make enough guild for this character for whatever. And then on Aether, I think the highest level I have is a level 72. But the character on Aether is the one that I've been using to stream with the most, just because I've been thinking about doing a guide for
Oh, yeah.
Reborn, for the updated content and such. You know,
You really
there's a
should,
lot
because
of-
there's so many new so many new players right now.
Yeah, that's why I thought about it. Just make updated guides so that way it's a little more on the spot than like a guide from 8 years ago. But we'll see though. I know I'd like to. I just have to somehow figure out video editing skills and stuff.
I need to check my companion and see if he's ready to. Yeah. Okay, so I've been doing healer. Nice. I'm basically having my Chocobo as my healer.
That's not bad. I mean, it helps. Yeah, that reminds me, I need to get my Chocobo leveled up too. It's just leveling up the Chocobo after level 10, it gets super expensive.
Oh, expensive? How so?
So once you get your Chocobo to level 10, from that point you have to feed it these carrots. Or sorry, I think one of them is like a Thavnarian onion at some point in time, and then like the rest of it is carrots or something to that effect. But anytime that I've looked at the market board, like the item that you need to feed it, it's so expensive. You should have an item like out, at least on this server.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, the Thavnarian onion alone right now is going for 150k a pop.
Oh, jeez. That's expensive. Alright.
Yeah, and the carrot, that was something different. But yeah, the Thavnarian onion is very expensive. And like I would take the opportunity to get the onions, but you have to do it with gardening, and gardening it takes 10 real days to get to
Oh, jeez.
But if you're able to make it work though, like the max the largest garden, if I'm not mistaken, I think has like 8 items that you can grow. So I mean, if you think about it, you know, 150k 150k times 8 is, you know, 1.2 million. So every 10 days you can make 1.2 million gil. So I mean, that's not terrible, but
Right. Okay, I'll be right back in just a moment.
okay.
Alright, I am back.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Something's going crazy on my computer. Stop! What is happening?
Is everything okay?
I don't know.
What's it doing?
It's acting like something's being plugged in and taken out multiple times.
Ooh.
You done? Okay. Hi. No, it's not done, but oh well. Continuing on. Maybe. Hang on. Okay, are you able to hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So, it looks like it was actually my webcam, so that's okay. I got rid of it, so everyone can see my chat. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Someone said thank you. That's so, like, rude, so offensive. How could they?
It's too much. Hello to all of my 2 viewers who stuck around. One is probably a bot, and one is probably you.
Could be. Could not be. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Oh, this guy.
What? I look so ridiculous right now. Hi, Cosmos. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. You're the first person who's chatted in the hour and a half that I've been streaming, so you win 1,000,000 bones. They'll be at your house by next week. Oh, I leveled up! 78. You will create a skeleton, unlike nothing the world has ever seen. Yeah, same mind. Do you like my chocobo barding?
Yeah. Very spoopy.
Das Spoop. Oh, I should probably mend him. He is a spooky chocobo, Cosmos. I thought you could rename them.
You can.
Oh.
Yep, mine is named Asus because I was using a laptop at the time and I couldn't think of another name, and Asus just seemed to stick. So it's been that way for the past 8 years now.
How do you rename it?
Yeah, if you click on him, you should be able to. Either that, or you might have to go to the Chocobo stables at your free company house if your free company has a house.
Oh.
Do it that way, but you should be able to rename him.
Well, that's lame. Am I about to come up on another dungeon soon?
Soonish, yeah. The next dungeon's at level 77, so you're in that quest line, so you just gotta get to that point.
No.
Yep, the dungeon that you will be doing will be called Malika's Well.
I like my weapons. Ooh, another Aether Current. That's what I need you to help me with sometime. Just take me on your mount and take me to all the currents.
Yeah, that's doable. It'll make getting around in the game a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah, I have all of them except, you know, of course, Shadowbringers content, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Right. Yeah, I know in my alt I don't have all the Aether Currents, so I still have to ride around everywhere. It's rather annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. I also seem to have misplaced the Aether Compass, so I have to get a new one for this character.
Cosmos, I'm playing what's called an All Ra. They're kind of like a Dragonoid race.
Should show them the cat daddies.
Cat Daddy. Yeah, I've been thinking about using Fantasia to become a potato. People are like, why would you do that to yourself? And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I'll just assume you're evil and Because, you know, all potatoes in this game are inherently evil to a degree.
Yeah, no joke. Cat daddies are nice. Well, what tool do you want, you Dumbo? Let's try this again, shall we? My outfit is completely ridiculous right now.
Yeah, that is the Dwarven set.
Oh, I need to go learn my lolly ho.
Yep, you'll learn that once you get to, once you get past Amarang. There's a little quest line that you have to do to learn it, but it's worth it though. Lollyho is a fun emote to do.
Yeah. This reminds me of Mount Coral from Final Fantasy VII.
A little bit, yeah. They might have gotten inspiration from it.
Yeah.
I know if you pay attention to a lot of the stuff in this game, you'll see inspiration drawn from other Final Fantasies.
Oh yeah, they did a lot from Final Fantasy IV in this last, especially in Stormblood. And then this one, you know, of course, they mentioned the live stream that they'd pluck Y'shtola from. Which is definitely an FF7 reference.
Well, plus Shadowbringers has a lot of Final Fantasy VIII references too.
Yeah, it really does. I noticed that too. I do like that they draw inspiration from other Final Fantasies.
Yeah, it's nice to see other things in there. Like I know the Crystal Tower was from a previous Final Fantasy.
They definitely got a lot of, like Circus Tower, Crystal Tower, obviously they got a lot of inspiration from 3 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
And Eureka, I think, is from 3 as well. Which I've heard Eureka is hell.
It depends. It's a different system for sure. Like to me, Eureka reminds me of Final Fantasy 11.
Oh god.
And the only reason why I say that is because anytime you die after a certain level, you lose experience in that area. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely Final Fantasy 11 days. I know some people were butthurt about it, but I'm like, I was. It's like the Bane things. Like you were like, you like lose experience, and you think it's a bad thing. I was molded by it.
God.
I didn't enjoy non-experience loss until I started playing Final Fantasy, but by that point it was already, you know, that's just that whole thing.
Yeah, Cosmos, it's definitely, like, even for me, I kind of, like, forget where everything's at sometimes, and I'm just, like, I'll start, like, keyboard mashing. It really overwhelms me when you, like, pull in a new class and it just dumps everything on your bar, and you're just kind of like, okay, It'd be really nice if it just defaulted to what you should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of just throw some of those abilities on there, which is a little inconvenient sometimes. I don't know. I usually just say to heck with that, and then I delete everything off my hotbar, and then I go look at my spell list. And
I have a website that I go to now that like details the routines with like pictures of the stuff and how to like set it up to be like depending on what you need to do. That's been a real help.
Right.
Just since they don't have like add-ons or anything that you can put with the game.
Well, I'm happy about that though, to be honest, because you know, I don't know.
Yeah, like WoW. You remember playing WoW, where you would have like 1,000 add-ons that did every little thing, and it was just so overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm happy this game doesn't allow it. I don't know, just because it's one of those things where, like, I mean, it's not, with 14 anyway, it's not 100% needed, but, you know, it's just, it kind of varies by person to person.
Right. Sorry, checking my messages real quick.
All good.
Hi, Lark. Thank you for coming by and saying hello. I look like a mess. I look like a hot mess. Alright, come on, let me fight you. Fight you 1v1. Ooh, what type of food are you having, Lark? I need to eat soon too. I'm hungry. I hunger.
I thought you were going to go get food.
I was, but I just decided to use the bathroom real quick and keep playing for a while. Because once I eat, I'll probably actually like log off for the night.
Yeah, I'll probably jumping up here fairly soon too, just because I gotta wake up a little early in the morning and take my dad to the checkup and stuff.
Right.
But I kind of want to get an early start on tomorrow anyway, so that way I can start on school stuff and finish whatever assignments I need to, and then hopefully not have a hard time getting my assignments done. I'm already nearly done with one of the props that I have to create, but
Oh, that's good.
yeah, it's making a shield. The only thing I have to do is just add some skill to it, and then outside of that, you know, it's almost ready. Then I gotta clean it up a little bit, make sure that there's no like problem geometry.
Right.
So, speaking of which, how many props did they say I needed? Like 3 props, or is it 2? Okay, model in position, 3 small props. Okay.
Gosh, excuse me.
It will be nice though, because then once I finish the assignment for tomorrow, 'cause it's due tomorrow, but it should only take like an hour to complete.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just happy that I now have time to kind of finish out the rest of this particular class, you know, uninterrupted with, you know, without work and stuff now. So I'll be really happy about that. It means I can actually dedicate more time to making sure that everything looks nice and good, plus and fix any mistakes that I need to for the final assessment that's due. Because essentially what we have to do is we're creating a medieval scene.
Oh, okay.
And the props that we've been building for weeks 2, 3, or for weeks 1, 2, 3.
Bye, Cosmos. Have a good night. Thank you for coming by and saying hey. Sorry, go ahead.
You're fine. So yeah, I gotta fix any problems that I have with them, and I've been trying to go back in my spare time and either creating new props or fixing the ones that I have already. So as to make sure that you know, everything looks nice and good. Because the problem is like if the geometry is bad, then it looks like the geometry looks really weird. And
Oh,
you can
okay.
definitely tell. Yeah, you know how like say if you paint something and something happens and you have like a distorted portion of the image, like a little square or pixel looks like really distorted and it's super noticeable. It's like that, but on a much larger scale.
Gotcha.
Yep. So this time around, I want to make sure that my stuff actually looks really good. Then I know in August my class is going to be art composition 2, which I'm kind of looking forward to, but I'm kind of not looking forward to, mostly because the last time I was in my art comp class, like they had us do arts and crafts stuff, so like cut things out with paper and glue and such, and I'm like, I hate doing that stuff. I'm not good with arts and crafts. So
Gotcha.
really struggled with that, but hopefully it's not too bad.
Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it there before I get pulled off in another area. So I'll go ahead and end the stream for those of you who are watching. I'll be back soon.